Hello, everyone. So, month number 7 into my own personal fitness weight loss journey stuff. This month was a lot better than the previous month. Let me go right into some pictures here. As usual, we got to start back at the beginning. This was day 1, which was October 1st, 255 pounds, and from the side, once again, I was 255. This was the previous month, and I was at 205. Yeah, I was at 205, and again from the side. Now, this wasn't bad, but it was worse than the previous month. If you remember, the previous month I was at 192. I put on a bunch. I put on some weight, and I got up to 205. Well, this month I'm at where are we? 195. I dropped 10 more pounds. So if you look at the new comparisons, one's more blurry, but a little bit more defined. There's 10 less pounds of weight there. And from the side here, a little bit more defined in the abdominals, and just a little bit leaner in the face, I think. And I know, the side-by-sides, I'm doing the best with what I got. Just a little bit more toned down, I think. I put in some work this month. And, yeah, and of course, if we go from, like, side to side here, it's night and day. Just absolutely crazy. Where are we? Here we go. So what happened with this month? Well, again, the previous month I mentioned I underwent a lot of stress with work and stuff, and I turned to food for comfort. And I was at 205, and I just didn't like that. I didn't want to undo all of the work we had done. So I got to work right away, and I had good parts of this month and bad parts. The good part is I lowered my weight down to like 194, but then somewhere in the middle of the month, I put some of the weight back on, and I was over 200 again. And only in the last week have I gotten below 200 and at 195, like you saw. So I'm starting to like fluctuate back and forth. And I think the reason for that is, and I'll be totally honest, it's not that I want to be finished with these videos. It still makes me feel accountable, in case I ever just think of relapsing a little. But I'm kind of satisfied with what I've already done. And I'm starting to pay less attention to the scale. I surpassed my goals and expectations with this entire journey that we're doing in a relatively short amount of time. So now it's like, it's not that I would just want to stop cold turkey. It's part of it is I don't know if I want to work as hard as I did in the first 4 or 5 months, because I was eating healthy 6 days a week and doing so much cardio and so much gym time and just being a lot, like, just super duper disciplined, because I felt like I had to be that way at the start. You couldn't be more, giving into temptations and stuff when you're just starting out, because then you're just continuing bad habits. You had to do a complete 180 at the beginning. But now I'm starting to just like find a balance between enjoying myself a little more, but still also working hard. Again, I don't think I'm ever going to cut out good lifestyles cold turkey, but I don't think I want to be as strict as I was when I first started this. So, yeah, where does that leave with like the eventual goal? I feel like if I wanted to get into the 180s or 170s and stay there, it would take a kind of commitment that I'm not really willing to do. Basically, I'm kind of happy with where I am now. And I'm looking to improve. I'm still looking to improve on some things. I want to get more into a pattern that's realistically sustainable instead of going 6 days a week, twice a day. That's not sustainable. I know that. But when I go filling it with things that I like to do, like the big reason I lost a lot of weight this month was I got after upper body. You may not be able to tell from the pictures or from right now, but I am lifting more now than I ever have before. I kind of not fell out of love with cardio. I still like cardio, but I find it's a little bit harder to maintain than like upper body workouts and even lower body workouts like leg day and stuff. I love leg day and I love upper body day. And for the first time, I actually have some videos to show you. This is from like 4 nights ago, just a progress on just some exercises that I do at home. I do most of my work at the gym, but I do some stuff at home as well. Let me show you. It's push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. And I've never recorded myself doing these things, but one thing I know, my form could have been a little bit better. But the general idea is there. Here, let's look at some of these. My white t-shirts are too big for me. Ignore that. Oh. 40. Good enough. Yeah, that hurt. This one was pull-ups. I have the thing that hooks into your door. You see them on like America's Funniest Home Videos when they fall off. I use a little bit too much of my legs to help me up, but most of that I'm using my arms. I make sure to go all the way down too. That was 10. Once again, not bad. I could barely get out a 10th rep. Pull-ups I'd say I'm struggling with the most because that's the one where I'm mostly pulling up my entire body weight. If I was lighter, I could probably do some more. But yeah, I struggle with those the most. And one more. I bought this on Amazon. It's a dip machine. It looks like something you'd see at the gym. I love this thing. All right, last one, dips. My personal favorite. Yeah. I made sure to bring my arms down at about a complete 90 degrees. That's about as far as I was willing to go down there. But where are we? Yeah, the reason I think that's important, 2 months ago when I was in like the best shape of my life, I got down to 192. I wasn't able to do any of those. I prioritized more like, getting the scale as low as it could go. I got down to 192 and I was feeling good, but in doing that I kind of neglected my weights a little bit. You hear me talk about weights a lot. Weightlifting has always, always, always been my favorite thing to do. Always. And even right now, that's no exception. Again, those are all like personal bests for me for a while. I obviously couldn't do any of that when I first started, but I couldn't do any of that even as early as 2 months ago. Again, even at the gym, I'm pushing and pulling more weight than I ever have before. So that's a part of this like weight loss and workout journey that I'm really starting to focus on. I don't want to be like look. I don't want to look like Mr. Universe. You know, that's a little too much commitment for what we're trying to do here. But I'm almost thinking of rewording this entire thing fitness journey instead of weight loss journey because I'm starting to pay a little bit less attention to what the scale says and instead focusing on some things I can do now that I wasn't able to do before. Again, sometimes I go into patterns of eating my favorite foods because, well, just because, whether it's work related stress or there was one stretch this month where I was working out so much that I literally felt like I had to overeat just to fuel my body because I was feeling weak. And to the point where other times where I would eat this much food, I would feel disgusting afterwards. When I mentioned eating that stuff to make me like, how do I word this? In the past, I would eat a lot of food and I would feel blah afterwards, but I would eat the same amount of food this month and it felt like it's exactly what I needed, basically, because of how hard I was working. But obviously, that's not going to reflect well on the scale. You know, so I'm hitting a point now where I'm starting to pay less attention to what the scale says and I'm focusing more on how I look and how I feel. If I feel like I need to, even just mentally, I feel like I need to treat myself or something, then I'm kind of going to do it. I don't think I'm ever going to go more than 2 or 3 times a week of, you know, eating relatively unhealthy. I still like having the steaks and the grilled chicken, and then I might even throw some burgers in there as well, and salads and, you know, meats and greens basically. But I'm also allowing myself to enjoy some other things. I've kind of perfected the shells and bolognese recipe. I've been trying that out a bit, and it's so fucking tasty. But yeah, I'm doing it all in balance. I'm all of this kind of sounds negative, but I don't really think it is a negative. Again, going forward, I don't think I'm going to be as strict as I was when I first started. But that doesn't mean I'm going to slowly start putting the weight on. I'm still going to keep it off. I still want to hang around in the 190s and the low 200s range. If I ever get above like 205 again, then I got to be like, all right, you gotta work a little harder. You know, you've been slacking off a little too much. But as for any like goals and ambitions of getting into the 180s, I don't think it's necessary, especially because if I do that, I might be sacrificing some muscle building that I kind of want to do. I wanna move up in weights a little bit, slowly but surely, because I've been really enjoying that. As you can see with the videos I showed you, the progress has been good. You know, it's not it's it took a while to be able to do that kind of stuff, and no, I felt proud to do all that. 10 pull-ups, 20 dips, and 40 push-ups. Felt good, felt really good. But yeah, where does this leave us for next month? The next month will be 8 months. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm probably gonna focus a little more on weights than I am. Maybe just in focusing on weights, I'll still end up losing weight, cutting fat, building muscle. But yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be as strict as I was when I first started. But that non strictness might be, you know, doing the gym 5 days a week instead of 6 days a week, or going back to the gym at night 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. So it's not like you got to worry about me doing a complete and total relapse. This is a lifestyle that I want to keep going forever. Is it something I enjoy? You know, you get into the good groove of it. It's something you want to keep doing. But doing too much of it sometimes makes you crash and burn. And I've been experiencing that the last month or two. So I'm more focused on finding something that's sustainable and gives me good enough results where I'm improving in some area month after month after month. Maybe it's weights, maybe it's weight, maybe it's my stomach. I don't know. But yeah, I can sit here and still be super duper unbelievably happy that I am nowhere near where I was 7 months ago. And that's the whole point. If we think back at this moment in time right now, I'm 60 pounds lighter than I was. that's something to be extremely proud of, you know. So yeah, that's about all I got for this one. Look forward to next month where I will provide a positive update in some aspect of fitness. I don't know which one. Will I be lighter? Will I be stronger? I don't know. Let's find out. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys. Bye.